Hey everyone, I want to remind you that Waylays and Melees are a bunch of adults using adult language talking about adult content, so viewer discretion is advised. Thank you.
Last time on Waylays and Melees.
You see that he himself has kind of a papoose that seems to be filled. A papoose?
Yes.
That seems to be filled to the brim. You see on the hellhound, very, very irresponsibly discarded, Chuck's better half. Just ass up, guts down.
Who are you?
I'm Herschel.
You work for very powerful people.
I know them, and they are very angry. But most of them, I've only known them when they're angry, the whole time.
Oh, then we're gonna get along great because I think you're gonna be ready and understanding when I say you stole Pancake Day from me. People calling you. Did you literally teleport me into shit? Am I standing in shit right now?
Not entirely shit.
Is it yours?
Not entirely mine. It's mostly blood. And guts. And pieces of people. Because you gotta use these. And he like pulls from his papoose a baby that he just is holding by the swaddle.
Why do you have that?
Matris Superium, she says. This target, bring back the head and the heart, as is our custom. If he has succeeded in transferring over any sort of abomination, eradicate it on sight. No exceptions. So it is written. Because he is holding, presenting, offering even, probably boasting about a baby that's in his clutches that he's aiming at this tiefling, half like he wants him to look at it and the other half like he's going to use it as a weapon.
So what I'm seeing is him holding a frying pan and he's offering a baby.
I love it! He's going to cock back said baby and launch at you. Wow. Some would say he's dual wielding.
A baby?
That he's proficient in baby tossing. Because he pulls, as soon as one leaves, is pulling another from his papoose. And you can tell there are more in there.
Oh no. I wasn't expecting them to be alive.
Wait, was that
better? I was gonna deflect that thing so hard with that.
And that's a 1. Okay. Well, at least they're not that high up, right?
How tall is Herschel?
It's 12 foot tall. They were up by his chest.
No, they had to be by the
He's
waist.
like,
Just dropping them on people.
He's the baby bomber.
Oh, this is gonna make... Nobody's gonna watch this.
Everyone's gonna watch it. It's gonna be the thing people show their friends and they're like, dude, I don't want to watch that again.
Waylays and Melees now!
From broken homes to the great wide, unsettled souls roaming through this life. So we all try to do what's right, but it's a long, long road to ride until you cross to the other side. Peace, find your soul wrapped in warm in love, 'cause we all try to do what's right. It's a long, long road to ride. Oh, it's a long, long road to ride. Welcome to Waylays and Melees. I'm your DM. Shamas, I think. I'm pretty sure that's my name. To my left is Blake.
Yeah.
And he is playing Falco. And yeah, we are going to start with this session 0 for Falco, the halfling barbarian, which is going to be very fun. I'm very excited about this. Falco. Is it Falco or Falcos?
Falco.
Okay. Falco the halfling. You find yourself awoken by echoing voices from several men searching. I'm remiss to say over yonder, but seemingly just outside of the enclosure that you find yourself in. Your eyes are kind of stinging as they're pulling open, and you can actually kind of see around you. You're groggy, you have blurred vision, and as your eyes adjust, beside you, as you kind of like feeling your clothing and the earth around you, you can actually feel another set of clothing on another entity, and you look over and you see that it is this kind of withered and weathered corpse, mostly bone, skin really stretched thin across the bone, hair almost completely fallen out, having kind of just degraded, sunken eyes, the teeth protruding out as the skin has like receded upward, and it's mostly just a skull wrapped in human leather at this point. And the corpse itself, it seems to be of what you can recognize instinctually as an older gentleman in elegant, if not dust-covered clothing. Something that looks very hard to make, maybe very expensive. And as you look over, you realize that your surroundings are not just an enclosure, but made of stone. You're in the first half of a fairly deep cave, and that the sun has been stretched across where you and this corpse are right now, but a few feet past that seems to kind of go into more dim light. But it doesn't seem that this is cavernous by any means. It seems like they're just by the feel of the air and the current and whatnot, that it must not go on for too much longer. It must be closed off just a few feet in. Yeah. So what do you want to do?
Okay, so I'm waking up. Just groggy. Oh, I look over. Oh, Benny, you've lost weight. Sorry, bud. You hear that? Hello? Hello?
Sounds of men speaking to one another in a fairly familiar tongue, but can't quite make out what they're saying because they're a bit too far off just yet. Still faint in the distance. As you say hello, the quick echo of your voice rings around the cave. And you die.
Oh.
That's it. Sorry. That's all I had
That's my
prepared.
best character ever.
We did it. As you walk toward the mouth of the cave, and stop me if I'm overreaching, but if you kind of walk toward the voices, toward the mouth of the cave, you find the sun, the direct sunlight is just too much right now. It's just kind of blinding your eyes for that quick, very much like being woken up, in the middle of the afternoon after taking a morning nap type of deal, and then like just the sun is just blinding you.
Why? God, don't ever look into it. They tell you that all the time, but you never listen.
So these voices are you hear them ringing out, and it's something familiar. Yes, it's a language. Language, yes, and language comes from people. You remember people. And you kind of peer over the mouth of the cave, outside of it, down this ravine that's full of just large, massive rocks that were sun bleached, and somewhat. They kind of look like just large chalk, basically, because of the dust-covered rocks and how bright they are. But you see, roughly about a dozen or so little kind of creatures who kind of look familiar. Like you remember the taller creatures. What were they called? They were humans. That's right. Man. That's right. And they're just kind of looming through and searching through random rocks, it seems, looking for something, talking to one another. Is that what it was called? Talking? I think so. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, what do you want to do at this moment?
Hello! Hey! Up here! My friend Benny needs help. He needs some food.
As you're calling down, the closest, just off to your left, kind of whips his head up and straightens out his back after spending most likely hours bent over looking through. Well, bent over, looking through rocks for something. Not quite sure what. And he very apprehensively waves back, and then you see him turn to one of his friends. And they mutter something. You can hear that something has been spoken, but intentionally muffled. And then you hear, "Little boy, don't move. We'll be right up to get you."
Oh. Okay. Do you want me to sit down here or?
And then
go back in?
You just see them, kind of ascending these rocks, these massive boulders, really, that are kind of clumped together. You see that three of them in particular rise up to meet you. And one of them with kind of like walnut hair, somewhat shorn, right? It's not super long, but then has like real thin facial hair, kind of dingy looking. And he goes, "Hey, what were you doing way out here, boy? What's your name?"
Falco. What's your name?
Oh, Falco, that's a strange name, but hey, it suits you.
Thanks.
My name is Gilfont.
Talk about a weird name.
Yeah.
Gilfont. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice
So-
to meet you. Shake his little hand.
His fingers. Very nice. And the other two leave you two to converse, and they go into the cave, and you see them like looking around and trying to figure out the cave, and yeah.
Be careful, my friend's in there. You want to help bring him out, please?
Yeah, I'm sure we can help bring him out.
He's lost a lot of weight.
What are you doing up here? What are you doing in this cave?
I think I took a cat nap and just woke up.
And like he's going to brush off your clothes, and there's just a huge cloud of dust comes off, as if, and like in your hair too. He like rustles your hair a little bit, and he goes,
No.
"How long were you napping?"
I don't know. I think it's a couple hours.
All right. Hey, we have a very nice bed, and he's gonna like look towards one of the guys behind you in the cave and kind of do one of these numbers. Like, we can call it a bed, to put your friend in. And if you want to come with us, we actually have some very nice jewelry we can give you.
Jewelry?
Yeah.
I don't need jewelry, but a bed would be nice for Benny.
Absolutely. Listen, we will do both.
Okay.
It's fantastic. When you are in our company, you get the very best. Gilfon will take care of you. And he's gonna kind of really quickly brush the rest of you off, like just because he in his mind would be
You're really
the
touchy, aren't you?
the appropriate thing to do, is to get the rest of this off. But it was caked on.
Just a kid, right?
Mom, ow, my no square. Carl, don't.
Damn, Carl.
So, they walk you down this ravine, down to the center of it. The two stayed back to handle Benny, as you've called him. And you see, they go to put on these very nice, somewhat shiny bracelets that are going to go right on your wrists. And when he puts it on, he goes, "Now you need to be careful. These are one of a kind, and they're connected by these what are called chains, and those signify like the bond between you and the person that gave them to you."
I don't know you yet.
Oh well, I'm sure we'll be real nice friends.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yet they're cuffed in front of you, these manacles.
Uh-huh.
And you see the other two, huh?
Just checking my intelligence. Like, Falco's not dumb, but...
No, not by any means. I would assume maybe a little naive.
Yeah, I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah. Now, if you recall, you don't quite recall.
No.
Okay, you had like a hard reboot.
Yeah, it's just...
Now,
It's a little weird, but...
yeah.
Okay.
But I'm gonna explain real quick these two men and what they're doing, and then if you would want to explain what they see what they see when they look at you. So these two men are coming down with this very long box that looks just like a cargo crate. It's not frilly or elegant by any means. There's no it's not a bed in the traditional sense of the word. It's a bed, when you're dead.
Make sure Benny's okay in there, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Can not be more comfortable.
All right.
He's doing great. I'm pretty sure. Listen, we're gonna head down this way.
Okay.
Why don't you lead with me, and the others will follow. So when you're leading with them, what do they see?
They see a little... I don't think I figured out the height. Let's go 3.5 foot.
Okay.
That's all. 3.5 foot, fair-skinned, red-haired little halfling who's pretty ripped. It looks like he's always flexing, but he's not. He's just... like that one kid you see on the internet that's always like buff and shit from Russia. Like, could kick your ass and you're a grown-ass man.
Right.
That kid.
The scissor kicked me and I was done.
Yeah, that's about it. Just like a regular little outfit, and like a vest and little kilt.
Little kilt. Oh my god, the kilt. What color's the kilt? I love it.
We're gonna make the kilt a black leather kilt right now.
Fuck yeah. Does it have any sort of sigil or insignia on it? Crest, maybe?
Yes, it's got a crest of a little falcon head.
Very cool. Very badass. Dude, I'm down for this. This whole situation is going to be super... Okay. So, as you guys are moseying about the bottom of this ravine, you start to see the actual incline of... the actual, outline of the ridge line that's going upward. Oh, hi. Maybe too close. Indicating that you're coming to the mouth of this ravine where you're actually going to be exiting. And as you do so, I'm going to need either a dexterity saving throw or a strength saving throw. And I'll tell you why. Before you roll, I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Large boulders, before even sounding, begin to cascade down this ravine. And you guys hear all too late. God, they're loud.
Even louder than this.
Even louder.
Goddamn rats.
Rats.
How fucking dare you?
On this all day.
Alright. In this economy, with the strength of the yen, how fucking dare you? What is this? The day of my daughter's quinceañera. You gonna do this, huh? Hey. We Italians have this quinceañeras all the time. No, it's Mexican.
It's a Mexican thing. That's not what they call it.
Hey, whoa. You gonna tell me we Russians can't have quinceañeras? Huh?
I guess. I thought you
Banco, get out of
Quinceañera has
here.
you, though.
Boulders are cascading. We're still playing D&D. I was from
Oh, we are?
from what I'm told. I was just like leaves. It's like, oh shit, bye.
I'm scared. I can't do this.
So you can either dodge out of the way or you can try and move them out of the way. It's up to you.
Let's see what I roll. Well, are they coming at the boulders coming at directly me, or are they going to come at like
Some
the
of
guys
them-
carrying the Benny too? And how
Yes,
close
and
they
yes.
might have been.
The one. All right. So there's a few. God damn. There are a few fairly large cannon-sized boulders that can easily be dodged by anyone. There's one fairly massive, we'll say, compact car, like a little smaller, like maybe a little larger than, say, a go-kart, something along those lines. Fairly large, especially when you're talking about someone who's only 3.5 foot tall. Boulder that is careening down the side of this ravine. Boulder, size of small compact car, sort of. Probably like a hatchback. Like we're talking Honda Civic before people start putting shit in it. But like on the exterior, there's no kits on it. There's definitely probably subwoofers in it. These boulders are coming down loud and in charge.
Big me nudging.
Yeah, they're just. You can now hear this thing louder than anyone's comfortable with. Yeah, for sure. A Karen would absolutely come on the side of this ravine just to tell this boulder off. Being way too loud coming through here. Like, that's too much. So how do you want to attack this?
I wanna.
Do you want to
Dodge
dodge it? Okay. So that's going to be dexterity.
Yep. So.
And then if you... Oh,
Nat
shit!
20! And since it's a nat 20, can I like do a flip and kick Benny out of the way?
Like just the box or
Yeah,
the
just
people
box
holding the
because he
box?
rolled over. I don't care about the people.
Okay.
Benny's the one I care about. Oh, with that nat 20, but 24, sir.
So you quickly turn around and 2-foot plant on this on the edge of this box, shooting it out, like when you take straw and then you take the wrapper down just halfway and then you blow it out real fast. Very much out of their hands, and then very, very skillfully kind of lands in between two of the boulders that had already rested at the center of this ravine, at the bottom of this ravine. And so it shoots out, slides across the ground, and then just kind of rests in between those two, like nicely fit. The same motion after kicking out, very quickly bend your torso and top half downward, putting your hands on the ground and doing a kind of back handspring forward. Let's see, these are for the two guys and this is for the leader. Cool. I didn't forget his name that I gave you earlier.
Griff. We'll go with Griff.
Gillifant.
Gilfon. Yeah.
Gillifant?
Something like that.
Gillifant?
He's dead anyway, I'm pretty sure. Right?
No, he jumped adjacent forward. Diagonally, not adjacent. Diagonally forward. And actually, like, cast himself onto a rock. And just kind of, like, holding himself onto this rock, hoping that he's out of the way. And he is. So good for him. He did it.
Yay.
However, the other two, the one that was forefront holding the box that you just kicked out of his hands, gets smashed by this boulder. And you just saw, for a quick second, the boulder come through and then just stops abruptly in the center of this ravine. And now there's just this huge color of browns and reds, like deep reds, that's just like splattered across a handful of rocks just outside.
Did you see that? That was like squishing out a wine tube, just all everywhere. It was crazy.
It's like letting a mosquito eat for a minute and then smacking it, and it's just like that's all. That's mostly me. That's mostly just me. The second guy who was holding the rear end of this bed, now not holding any bed or anything, gets entirely, like, imagine the box sliding out of his hands, him looking to the right behind him where it had landed, and then looking to the left to see his buddy just get smashed real fast, and then looking just over in the split second to see a bowling ball sized rock smoke him in the lower torso groin region.
Oh, right, the giblets.
He goes back about 5 feet and lands on his ass and scoots up to the back of a rock. The rock that hit him just hit and then dropped. Like dead where he was. It just kind of marked where he was.
Dead
and then,
him.
and then you can hear him whimpering with, like, trying to breathe. Where he's like the whole time just trying to breathe.
I think your friend needs some help.
And he's gonna get him go. Oh, good gods! How did you manage to? Never mind. You know what? We need to get who we can out of here. That was scary as hell.
Yeah.
All right. I guess, and he's gonna walk over and with one arm, kind of pick up.
I think we could just leave Ben here. It's fine.
Pick up. Are you sure?
Between the boulders. Yeah, at least I can remember where he is.
Oh, okay. It's fine with me. And he pulls up his friend who's holding his groin and, like, with a very weak finger is pointing to the squished comrade. What happened? Are you good?
Yeah,
Okay. And yeah, so they begin on their way once more. As you guys exit the ravine, he turns to you once again. Gillifant is his name. That's who I made up, and that's his name.
We'll
And
call him
that's
Gil. I like Gil.
Oh, Gilly. Oh, little Gilly.
You okay with that, girl? Gil?
He looks at you and he says, no, but how did you move so fast?
How did you know that? You didn't see that boulder coming?
I'm only human. I don't understand.
I'm a halfling. What do you mean you?
Like, no,
Is that a hit against me right now?
I'm just saying that no halfling I've seen has ever moved that quickly. Your reflexes are amazing. And with those nice bracelets on, isn't that hard?
It's up here. I used my legs when I jumped. That's nothing to do with that.
Hey. Listen, where we're heading, we have this nice caravan of people that are going to need someone of your talents to kind of help out around. I don't know how you feel about helping others and being of use, but yeah, absolutely. Listen, we got this.
Can we get these off though first? I don't
No.
really like jewelry.
It's definitely a listen. I wouldn't say it's a requirement, but it's definitely a necessity. And when you're in the caravan's company, it just shows. Can you hear them? Okay.
Not as loud. I can hear just that string.
Okay. It shows that you kind of have a mutual respect and mutual admiration for the company around you when you wear those, the bracelets. And then after a while, you get to give the bracelets to somebody else. So then you don't have to wear them as long. It's kind of like a initiation.
Okay. But you're saying these will come off me at some point.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Listen, we don't want to make you wear something you don't want to wear. However, you kind of have to wear it for a little while.
Okay. Appreciate it.
After about half an hour's walk.
Got a question though.
Yeah.
Got anything sweet? Candy or something?
I think we have honeysuckle.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think we have some honeysuckle in one of the carts.
I
Yeah.
haven't had any honeysuckle in a while.
Yeah, absolutely. There's definitely a cart we dub. Well, it has a long kind of draconic name that one of our associates had named it, but we had to shorten it down to just van. So we keep the honeysuckle in the van,
Okay.
and so if you just want to get in there, we can give it to you.
How about you hand it to me first and I'll think about it?
All right. Well, you guys approach and you see that there's about 8 or so cars. Many of them having canvas draped over them. Many horses pulling them. A lot of what Blake would know to be kind of rough and tumble rapscallion type of people, but what Falco sees as just kind of dirty, dingy guys who
Little
are
people.
probably survivalists. You know what I mean? Like,
Rolling around in the dirt trying to make
Right.
things neat.
yeah, they're all just they probably like to build forts a lot, and
I
play.
want to build a fort.
And when you get there, you see him go to like the fourth cart in, fourth carriage in wagon. We'll say wagon. Wagon's probably the most appropriate name for them. I should probably pick one though, because that's how this game
Probably a
works.
wagon the way you're going.
Oh, wagon, 100%.
Just pretty sure it's had the canvas in the cage.
But he opens up the back of it, and reaches in, ruffles through a few things, and pulls out, which you should never pull out, never surrender. But he does. Pulls out.
This went really weird in
Well,
the campaign.
you're the one trying to
Mind
two-finger
you, Falco is 12.
two-finger attack babies, from what I remember.
Hit him with 2 fingers. What the hell are you thinking?
You said use 2 fingers. Call the police.
You're a dirty man.
You're the one that said it, homie. I'm just saying. I'm super saying. All right. Copyright. He pulls out a withered honeysuckle. Seems to be kind of drying out. He said, "Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not the best one, but it's the first one of many."
Okay.
And he hands
snatched
it.
that.
Hands to.
Start chewing on it.
He goes, "We're gonna head out soon, but after that, if you don't mind helping me gather some firewood, that'd be great."
Yeah, sure.
So after a few nights of traveling with his caravan, you've ridden actually in wagon 4, and wagon 4 is like a cargo wagon that does have a canvas over it. It has 2 kind of half doors on the back of it, but there's a bench on the front of it. Think more Oregon Trail type, with just like crates of shit in there.
Dysentery everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. And tons of stuff drowning. Lots of honeysuckle
Such
drowning.
a fun game, seriously.
So
Kids don't even understand.
On the third night, you hear rustling. Good lord.
Wrestling or rustling?
Rustling?
Okay, I just want to say wrestling.
Someone, they definitely
Where are
make
you
it.
going with this, bro?
We're gonna wrestle.
Okay.
You hear rustling. And as you go to investigate, likely sucking on your honeysuckle.
Did they take stuff from me at all? Because I wanted to make a mark on the map about where Benny would be.
Okay.
Map, so just keep
No, you would have a map. Yeah. What all? I don't believe you should have too much for your inventory to begin with.
Not
right?
really. I mean,
like you shouldn't have an explorer's pack or anything.
no.
Like you should be.
That. I just want at least a map of the area.
No, that's fine. I'll take a check of that, I guess,
Okay.
and make sure everything's on par. You heard the rustling. You go to investigate. Chewing on some honeysuckle, and what you see is a weird-looking demon guy, who's wearing an apron, like a white apron that says "Shiv the Cook." He has a deflated baker's hat on, and he seems to be opening a cage that's covered in canvas. And as you kind of peer around, you see that there's people in that cage, and one of them darts out, and he looks kind of shocked, and he accidentally kind of closes it again. But you see this old man just one foot after the other, just trudging. And you hear yelling from all of your new friends, and you see that they're not gaining on this old guy. He's like gone. And so you see the closest one to this old man is still 30 or 40 feet away, and you see him just haul off what looks to be a javelin, and it seems like it was aiming lower than it hit, because it impales this old man into the ground, and he's just kind of like standing up at an angle with buckled knees. And you hear Gelfand say, "That's it! No more helpers! No more! Get them all in!" And before you know it, you're being picked up, hoisted up, and chucked in there. This demon-looking guy is being grabbed by his horns through his hat and being shoved into the cage himself. It's closed, and you realize that there are other people in here with you now. And you look down, and you recognize this type of bracelets. As only the people in the cage are wearing these. And you remember, these are manis? They're
manacles.
That's right.
That's it.
What? Manacles.
Wait. God damn it.
And that's where we'll end this session.